What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Don't know if you've seen the last video, but we built the transmission for our 1984 Ford LTD drag and drive car we're building, and now it's time to build the engine. We gotta have something to drive the transmission, and what we're putting in is a Gen 4 5.3. I bought this thing, I guess, a year or so back, and I really supposedly had a bad cam and lifters, the typical DOD engine stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to get this thing tore down, make a list of what all we need. I know we need a few things: lifter trays, some gaskets, and just whatever else we have. I've got a abundance of parts that I've been saving up. Like, been buying parts for years now. I have some ARP head bolts, Johnson lifters. I bought those used, but they're supposedly good lifters. I've checked them out and seem to be good. And what we'll do is, in this video, we'll get this thing stripped down and potentially check the ring gap, see what the ring gap is. If it's close to where it needs to be, I'm not going to re-gap the rings. I've never put boost to an engine where the rings wasn't gapped properly. So I really just want to gap the rings. I know a lot of people say don't gap the rings, you don't need to, this, that, and the other, but I'm not going to be running this thing on E85 all the time. It's going to be running on pump 93 a lot, 93 or 91, whatever we have, available at that gas station. And that's, it's going to be, kind of a daily driver deal, so it's going to see a lot of heat at times, and I just don't want to butt the rings and blow it up because I didn't take an extra 2 hours and, file fit the rings or gap the rings. So we'll get set up. We'll get this thing tore down. Y'all get to see all the surprises with me. I just want to kind of throw it in there, guys, for y'all that's watching. Help a brother out and subscribe. Like, I'm in here doing this stuff from the shop. I've got a fan right here that's just staring at me, wanting to be turned on. But I don't do it because I want y'all's video quality to be good. So help a brother out. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna start by just taking these valve covers off. Because yes, I'm gonna take the valve covers off. And I'm really anxious to see how bad this cam is, how bad the lifters is, how much metal's in the oil pan, all that good stuff. Well, that baby was sealed up tight. Right there it is. There's the bad dude. There's the bad dude. Let's switch over to a 6-point socket like I should have done in the beginning. Now that we got all that off, you can kind of see what these cylinders look like. We gotta save these head gaskets, guys. We gotta use these babies again. That dowel pin doesn't stay in there. Can't tell if that one was burning oil or not. Hard to tell. Don't really look like it. Definitely got some carbon buildup though. Check and see if it's got a little ring wash going on. One thing I did notice when I tore this thing down is the crank snout had a lot of anti-seize on it. I don't think they do that from factory. I don't really know. I've never torn a Gen 4 down. This is like mega baller to me, guys. Like all I've ever had is Gen 3 stuff in the past. So this is serious to me. Now, everybody else has moved on to the LT stuff. But I'm over here just happy because I've got a Gen 4, you know. Kind of shows what tax bracket some of us guys are in. You know what? We're gonna have fun. Either way, we're gonna have fun. I don't know if I'll reuse these or not, honestly. They don't seem bad, but they don't seem good. You know, I kind of just had a moment. I was wondering if it was burning oil or not. If you look how clean those spark plugs, the porcelain is on them. This thing was definitely not burning oil. That's got a little bit, but I don't know if that's more fuel than oil. It may have a little bit. I mean, carbon's serious though. It has got some serious carbon buildup. Up under that carbon buildup, there's racing pistons up under that, guys. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get these trays pulled out, kind of go from there. I can't see as you can see, you got oil drain backs on the front and rear of the lifter valley. You can't see, that bad lifter was right here, one of these two. So we're going to continue pulling stuff apart as soon as I find my impact that I set down. There it is. I'll get over here to the money one here in just a minute. Hopefully it'll come out. That kind of tells how long this thing was ran. If it won't, you know, if it was ran so long that the bottom of the lifter is marred out and the wheel, the roller is completely gone, that kind of tells us that they were just riding this baby out. That don't happen often. Man, those trays are tight. Makes you wonder how many miles on this Jewel. Dang it, almost. We almost got lucky. Now, those trays just have no slop in them. Too bad you can't reuse them. Saving the best for last, if y'all can't tell. I just gotta get on, quit being so much tension. Looks like all the DOD lifters are good. Yeah, it might be stuck. Not that one. This one might be stuck. Let's try some more sophisticated pliers. I spoke too soon. gosh. Well, may have to come out the bottom. There's no sense in continuing to fight it. We can just shove her out of the bottom. Get these out of the way. Let me get this camera ready to get out, and I'll bring y'all right back. All right, so let's get her yanked out. See what we're working with. We already know the cam bearings aren't going to be good, so you know we can just not even look at those. That's the old secret. It's worked plenty of motors in the past. Oh yeah, look at that. Looky there. If you'll focus, yeah. Yep. Got it pretty good. I don't think it's run too crazy long though. But anyway, there's a good hunk of scrap metal. Yeah. A different note. Dude, the cam bearings look good. Can you believe that? If you don't believe me, I'll show you. Focus. About as focused as you're gonna get. I mean, they are nice, man. We got ourselves a daggum race engine, boys. This thing is race ready. I bet the rain gap's gonna be good. Man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Let me show y'all another reason I'm all excited. So, check this out. I bought these probably 2 years ago off Marketplace. And back before that, you had reviews on Marketplace. That tells you. To make a short story long, these babies are gonna fit. These are ARPs. They're nothing special, but I don't think I gave like 150 bucks for them. And they have never even been installed. And they are actually ARPs. They're not. See if you can see that. You can kind of see it. Just take my word on it. They're not the Chinese ARP. They're real ARPs. Makes me wonder what they. Chevy Gen 3 LS 2004 and later. That'd be Gen 4. No, Gen 4's in 07. Yeah, whenever. Even got the lube in there, man. Heck yeah, I'm pumped about that. Sticker? Gosh almighty. We're making more horsepower by the minute. So, I guess the next thing that's right to do is get this baby flipped over. I just got to stop and show y'all this. Can you see them cross hatches? I mean, can you see them jokers? Gosh. That cylinder's kind of. I'll have to use old hone in that one. For the rest of them, I don't know what that percentage would be. 8 divided by whatever. I mean, we're easily 90% good on this unit. We still gotta pull the bolt out. I still gotta get this here lifter out. Like that is out. Not a lot of the boards scratched up or anything on the lifters. Man, we're almost there. We can just take and get this baby rotated upside down and pull the windage tray off, pull these plugs right here out, and we'll pressure wash this thing, and then we'll be able to start building her. This is gonna go a little bit better than I thought. Other than if you live I don't even know where they're at. But if you live anywhere where these pesky dirt daubers are, man, look at this right here. They just concrete these dadgum holes. I mean, it's terrible. And that you can wash them out with a pressure washer, hit them with penetrating oil, but you still have got to run a tap down and chase the threads. There's just no other way around it. There we go. I'm looking for the extension. Let's get it rotated upside downwards. A little leaky. Get my Amazon pig mat. Clean it right up. Probably not. Alright. Let's get all this windows tray off and stuff. Alright, so we got this unit cleaned up. And I kind of did one of the things that I didn't really want to do here, and that's clean everything, like all the gunk off the pistons, clean the intake runners, the exhaust runners, and all that stuff. And what that does to me anyways is it kind of gets me a little sentimentally attached to this thing, and then it just kind of, you know, you just don't want to just throw everything at it at once. You know, you kind of get, you know, you're just attached. You know, you don't want to use it and abuse it. You just kind of want to treat it right. You know. But we're gonna try to refrain from doing that as soon as we get this thing in the car and get it running. We don't, you know, we got goals we gotta set, guys. We got goals. We've set goals. I mean, we've got goals we've got to reach. But let me spin y'all around to show y'all kind of what we got. So all the cylinders ended up looking pretty good. There's one over here that's got some watermarks in it. I mean, you cannot feel them at all. If you've ever had an engine that's had a little moisture in the cylinders, you know what I'm talking about. It's more stain than it is anything. But one thing I did do, and this is what you call a precision stone. And you just, it has a coarse side and a fine side. And I used penetrating oil, and I stoned this deck of this block with it. And man, it just, like, I would advise doing that over doing, you know, if you got the engine out of the vehicle and you're not doing like just a head gasket job or something like that. I would definitely advise doing that, because it gets the gasket off. It tells you if you have any high spots, you know, like sometimes, especially on the older model stuff, the big blocks and the small blocks, when you torque the head bolts down, it'll pull this part of the deck up, and you'll have a high spot right here. But, you know, as you can see, all this is, I mean, it's relatively flat. I mean, it's really flat, honestly. And as well as the heads, I stoned them as well. And, I mean, they just turned out awesome. There's no low spots in here. You know, and that's really where you got to watch out for the low spots, is usually in here, in between your chambers. So we've still got a lot to do, but I'm gonna stop this video here, and y'all tune in for the next one. We'll get some. In the meantime, I'm gonna get everything else washed up, and whenever I bring you back, we'll start putting this thing back together. I do have to order a few things: lifter trays, gaskets. I am gonna get head gaskets. I said I wasn't. Said I wasn't gonna get head gaskets. Said I was just gonna reuse the ones that I had, and I can't make myself do it. I mean, I haven't priced them yet, so let me back up. Once I price them, if they're not too expensive, I will get head gaskets. If they're like outrageous, I haven't priced LS head gaskets in a long time. You know, some good ones anyways. If they're outrageous, I ain't getting them. But like I said, I think that's about it. I'm just rambling at this point. We did get the lifter out, and it was in pretty rough shape. The roller was actually ate completely in half on it. We'd have never got it out coming out the top. We had to, you know, knock it out of the bottom. I am gonna pull these pistons out. That might be what we do in the next video. We'll gap the rings and do a few other little things that I can't think about that I need to do right now, but I was thinking about earlier that I needed to do. So don't forget, tune in to the next one. And thanks for watching this one. Have a good one.